4.5 furlongs remaining. Funkenstein, the controlling speed, with Strauss's place not letting him get away, but has now fallen 2 lengths behind as they head toward the 3/8 pole. Viraggio suddenly 5 lengths off the pace. Another 3.5 back to Granada Flavor and Daddy's Special Dark. It's Funkenstein inside the 3/8 pole. Now Viraggio takes up the chase outside of Strauss's place. Granada Flavor is trying to get a piece of it too, with 1/4 mile to go. Funkenstein's lead is still 3. Strauss's place, Viraggio, Granada Flavor, steady progress. Funkenstein 3/16 out. On the outside, Granada Flavor starting to pose a serious threat, cutting into that margin with every stride. Funkenstein all out. Granada Flavor bearing down on him at the 16th pole. Granada Flavor takes the lead late, and it's a Van Dyke double. Granada Flavor rallies to victory. Funkenstein had everything his own way and settles for second. Strauss's place, Viraggio. Rocky Gibraltar to the outside. And they're off. Very rough beginning for Cool Acclaim, who spots them several lengths. Mr. Freebie is going out for the early lead, joined by Divine Rascal at the rail, and those two are dueling at a pretty quick tempo. Orth is in between those two. It's a gap of at least 5 lengths back to Sinnin and Winnin. Down at the rail, Cool Acclaim is trying to get involved, and Rocky Gibraltar patiently handled through the opening furlongs, where Divine Rascal is the narrow leader, pressed by Orth in between horses. 2 more back to Mr. Freebie third. Then Cool Acclaim moving through, taking the 3rd spot. Sinnin and Winnin, Rocky Gibraltar 6 off the leaders. Around the far turn, it's Divine Rascal 3/4 length. Orth in second. Cool Acclaim third. Sinnin and Winnin 3.5 off the leader fourth. Then Mr. Freebie and Rocky Gibraltar still last, trying to make some headway. Swings to the outside for the drive, top of the lane. Divine Rascal clinging to a 1.5 advantage. Cool Acclaim passed by Orth, center of the course. Rocky Gibraltar is in fact underway now. Trying to lug in is Rocky Gibraltar as Divine Rascal has a 3-length lead. Trying to finish it up is Divine Rascal, and Divine Rascal does just that. Rocky Gibraltar has to settle for second. Sinnin and Winnin third in front of Orth. Running time 1:17.32 seconds. Prices are up. The Grade 2 San Vicente Stakes is coming up next. It is the race that kicks off to the outside. They're in the gate. And they're off in the San Vicente. What in blazes, wide and fast. Forbidden Kingdom comes through, though, and he's much quicker. And Forbidden Kingdom quickly opens up on the field with 6 furlongs to run. He's in front by 3. Pinehurst, a joint second on the inside of McLaren Vale. They cut into that margin. They're followed by Doppelganger fourth, and What in Blazes now at the back of the field. 4 lengths covers them. Forbidden Kingdom on the engine past the half-mile pole, has it by 2.5 lengths. Pinehurst on the inside of McLaren Vale. Then Doppelganger fourth, moving up 3 wide, and he's followed by What in Blazes. Forbidden Kingdom in command, 3 furlongs from the money. He's in front 2.5 lengths. Pinehurst asks for a bit more. McLaren Vale, and they're joined by Doppelganger, pink cap, widest of all, as the field turns for home. Forbidden Kingdom still in control with a 2-length lead. McLaren Vale on the outside. Pinehurst is now cutting into the margin of Forbidden Kingdom, and Doppelganger is well behind. Coming to the 16th, Forbidden Kingdom still strong. Pinehurst 2.5 behind. 16th pole, and it's Forbidden Kingdom all the way. A powerful effort. Dominant in the San Vicente under Juan Hernandez. Pinehurst, McLaren Vale, and Doppelganger across the track, battling out the minors. Running time 1:22.75 seconds. Granola Girl. And they're off. Jerusalem gets the first call, but there are plenty showing early foot in the stages, with Ruby Ray now coming through along the inside to battle for the lead. Darling Donna in between horses. Work to Live is just outside of that pair, quicker than both. Then Cuban Crisis, followed by She's Got Away, fifth and on hold while trying to move up 3 wide. Another 3 to Banjo Queen, inside Granola Girl, 4 lengths back to Jerusalem, and Midnight Silence past the half-mile pole. Where it is, Work to Live in front 3/4 of a length. Darling Donna, She's Got Away on the outside of them. Then a 3 wide Banjo Queen. At the rail, Ruby Ray and Cuban Crisis in the red in between those two, about 4 lengths off the lead. Granola Girl is next. She'll have to go wide, but only 5 lengths off the pace. Another 2 to Jerusalem and Midnight Silence. They turn for home. She's Got Away has swept up to take command a furlong from the finish. Ruby Ray at the rail fights strongly. Cuban Crisis is trying to get into it. Far outside Granola Girl, a 16th to go. She's Got Away. Ruby Ray, Cuban Crisis coming after them. She's Got Away made that big move and wins it. Ruby Ray, Cuban Crisis, Granola Girl, and Jerusalem completes the Super High Five. The 5th race named Happy Birthday, Lovely Giselle Sori. They're in the gate. And they're off. American Heights is going to the front, Secret Fix on the outside, and Map to My Heart in between them, a close-up third. They're followed by Ironic Twist, who's in a little bit tight spot, looking for room in between and trying to find it right now. On the outside, Musica in the white silks is only 2.5 off the pace. Family Affair, who broke last, is now tugging her way forward, also in a bit of an awkward spot, but she's finding a little bit of breathing room while steadying behind the dueling leaders. Bellamore is at the back. It's a very compact field. Around the far turn they go, and it's Secret Fix leading it by a head. Musica moves to engage. American Heights at the rail in third. Ironic Twist, Bellamore. Family Affair has been shuffled back, has 4 lengths to make up, and another 2 back to Map to My Heart. They turn for home, and Musica firing big takes command and opens up to center of the track. Ironic Twist is chasing American Heights down at the rail. Here comes Ironic Twist kicking into high gear now, and Ironic Twist comes right to stablemate Musica and goes on by. Ironic Twist wins it by a length. Musica completes the Glad Exacta. American Heights third in front of Bellamore and Family Affair. They're in the gate. And they're off in the Megahertz. Canoodling is sprinting up from that outside post to take command early. Bodicita passed now by Burgoo Alley, who moves clearly into second, and Warren Showtime is down at the rail. Madonna's next, followed by Avenue de France, and Sloan Garden, who broke well, was wrangled to the back of the field. Into the first turn they go, and it's Canoodling setting the pace, leading by a length and a half. Burgoo Alley in second, followed by Warren Showtime, close up, just 3 off the pace in third. Bodicita is in fourth, 5 off the pace. Then comes Madone, a length and a half to Sloan Garden and Avenue de France. Down the backstretch they go, and it's the long shot canoodling, clear by 4 lengths. Burgoo Alley on hold by Victor Espinoza, then Warren Showtime and Bodacita right together. Another 2 back to Madone, followed by Avenue de France, and then Sloan Garden. Into the far turn, Canoodling's lead shrinking. Sloan Garden making a wide bid as Burgoo Alley the first to pounce. Bodacita in the 3 path. At the rail, Warren Showtime 3.5 off the lead. Then Madone and Avenue de France. They turn for home. Canoodling still in front. Confronted on the outside by Bodacita. Warren Showtime coming through at the rail. Has to wait right now. Burgoo Alley is in between horses. Then Madonna and Avenue de France. Canoodling still there. Now here's Avenue de France coming out with a late run. And in between Bodacita, Canoodling looking for the line. And Canoodling took them all the way. Warren Showtime may have been a little unlucky. She's in a place photo with Avenue de France and Bodacita. In the run, Happy Team Merchants to the outside. And they're off in the Palace Verdes, and Shooter Shoot gets the first call. Essential Wagers, Cezanne in between them. Team Merchants up and on the pace too. The first 4 separated by less than 2 lengths. Dark Vader, guided off the rail, is last. It's Essential Wager with company on the front end. Team Merchants a neck back second. Then Shooter Shoot in third, followed by Dark Vader taking fourth. Cezanne at the back, 6 lengths off stablemate Essential Wager, who takes him to the 3/8 pole in front, 3/4 of a length. Team Merchants pressing from second. 2 more to Shooter Shoot, who's 3 in front of Dark Vader, and Cezanne has his work cut out for him at the back of the field. They're approaching the quarter pole. Essential Wager, hounded throughout by Team Merchants. 1.5 lengths, Shooter Shoot. Cezanne underway inside. Dark Vader, 3/16 to run. Essential Wager hugs the rail. Confronted now by Shooter Shoot. As Team Merchants drops back, they're coming to the 16th pole. Essential Wager and Shooter Shoot. Essential Wager still strong on the front end. Shooter Shoot's trying to get him on the money. Essential Wager just in front. Essential Wager wins the Palace Verdes in front-running fashion. Shooter Shoot fired big and just missed. Cezanne finished third. And they're off. Duvede hopped slightly. Quick one for Annie's song right out of the gate. Here's Pammy's ready, intent on getting to the front. And down at the rail, it's Voulin. So Pammy's ready and Voulin will duel through the early stages. And Annie's song gets a good spot in third. Let Freedom Reign is fourth. Missing Penny 3 wide into the first turn. Gimme Mo Baby and Duvede racing in between rivals. Another 2 back to Exit Soul. And no early speed whatsoever from Squillions. Onto the backstretch they go. And it is Pammy's Ready showing the way. Pammy's Ready has it by 2 lengths. Let Freedom Reign second. Voulin at the rail in third. Annie's Song coasting along in fourth, 4 lengths off the lead. Another 2 back to Gimme Mo Baby and Duvet Day. At the rail, Exit Soul the Gray is starting to make some headway. Passing Missing Penny as they move by the half-mile pole. Squillions has trailed throughout. It's been Pammy's Ready since the gate opened, showing the way by 1.5 lengths. Let Freedom Reign in second. Annie's Song on the outside of Voulin. Voulin still holding the third spot around the turn. Then Gimme More Baby, along with Duvet Day, 2 in front of the gray Exit Soul, who's within 7 lengths of the lead and gathering some momentum as the field turns for home. It's Pammy's Ready opening up, has it by 3 lengths. Exit Soul coming through on the inside. Annie Song in the red finishing with interest. And Duvet Day in the center of the course is really kicking in. And here comes Duvet Day on the outside, coming with the best strides. Time is running out. Pammy's ready just in front. Pammy's ready, holds on. Tight photo between Duvet Day and Annie Song. In behind them was Let Freedom Reign and Gimme Mo Baby.
Today's Championship Sunday in the NFL, and of course there's a lot of excitement, right? Particularly here in Los Angeles with the Rams playing to perhaps play in the Super Bowl in their own home stadium. But you know what? When you play football or any sports, usually it's minus 110. It's like betting 4 to 5 at the racetrack. That's kind of boring, isn't it? But certainly at the racetrack, you can make a big score by betting a little bit of money to make a whole lot of money. Want an example? Yesterday's 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6, there were 5 lucky and skilled ticket holders who put together all 6 winners. For that 20-cent wager, they got back in excess of $18,000. I know one ticket only cost $272. Wouldn't you rather play $272 to win $18,000 than $272 to win $250? Of course you would. Hi, everybody. My name is Tom Quigley, VIP Player Concierge, also your seminar host for the next 40 minutes. And our guest today likes to hit it out of the ballpark as well. His name, Seminar Skip. Seminar Skip, welcome to the seminar.
Thank you, TQ. It's been a long time coming. I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, COVID kind of messed up those plans because no one was really allowed on track. So track announcer Frank Miramighty and I carried that baton for quite some time. But you like to play big sometimes, Skip, and hit it out of the park, as I mentioned. But you like to play the races much more than sporting events. What's your favorite wager when you come to the track? Are you like a pick 5 guy, pick 6, exactas? What do you play?
You know, my favorite play is the pick 5. I'm really caught up in that. I love the pick 5s. I used to be a pick 4 player, but I'm pick 5 with the low takeout. I love the pick 5s, TQ.
You mentioned low takeout. Is that important to you? In other words, do you kind of look at the takeout on the different wagers and then kind of maybe fire appropriately based upon whatever the lower takeout is?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I like that lower takeout. I want the best odds to win, and that seems to work. So we got to get it done.
We sure do. Now, today's card, obviously kind of slim pickings in terms of field sizes, but sometimes even though they're small fields, sometimes the players kind of focus in on one horse, gets way over bet, gets bet down, and all of a sudden you can find value. We found that yesterday in the first 2 races where Drayden Van Dyke won both races at odds of 10 to 1, beat 2 heavy favorites, and all of a sudden the early pick 5 paid fantastic.
Right. Both of the pick 5s yesterday played great. Unfortunately, I missed the last one. I was alive to the 3 horse. It got beat a long neck, but I made the ticket right. It just couldn't get lucky, but hopefully that will change today.
You were just as smart as our seminar guest yesterday, Jay Pribman from the Daily Racing Form. He talked about canoodling, maybe going wire to wire for trainer Mike Pipey. It sounds like you had her on the ticket as well.
Yeah, I liked her. I liked the breeding going to the grass, and I didn't think there was a lot of speed in the race. I thought maybe Victor Espinoza would go with the 7, and he did not, and canoodling went to the lead and just kept firing, so it was great.
Paid $44 on the win end, and you mentioned Abel Cedillo and Ruben Alvarado messed up your ticket in the last leg, went wire to wire once again, and it was a desperate photo with 3 runners on the wire. Your runner, who was trained by Michael McCarthy, came up on the short end.
Yeah, it was a tough beat. I was feeling real good in there. I had the 3, 6, 7, 9. I like both of McCarthy's, and the 9 actually had a bad trip. The 9 maybe is one we could bet next time. Unfortunately, the 3 didn't get up, but I mapped the ticket out right. I just couldn't get lucky, and that's the way it goes.
We're going to find out if we can map out some tickets correctly today when we find out who Skip likes on today's 9-race card. But before we do any of that, let's toss the microphone over to the aforementioned track announcer, Frank Miramighty, and get the early changes on today's Sunday's card.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Santa Anita Park, the great race place. The track is fast, the turf is firm, rail on the turf is at 20 feet. Here are the changes. In the first race, start of the 50-cent early pick 5. Number 2, Mo Gold, make the jockey Flavien Prat. In the second, beginning of the early pick 4, just the blinker note. Race 3, number 6, Riding with Dino, jockey Joe Bravo. In the fourth race, we'll start the Rainbow Pick 6. Total jackpot pool going in $271,000. No changes in the fourth. Race 5 is the Lady of Shamrock Stakes. Started the late pick 5. We have a blinker note. In the sixth race, we'll start the late pick 4. Just the blinker note. Seventh race, the grade 2 San Marcos. Scratch 1, Dicey Mochara. Note that number 3, Say the Word, the jockey Umberto Rispoli. Umberto Rispoli rides 3, Say the Word. Eighth race, started the Golden Hour pick 4, linking the last 2 races from Santa Anita with the final 2 from Golden Gate Fields. Blinker note, and we close things out with the Baffle Stakes. 4, Olympic Legend will carry 2 pounds over. Enjoy your day at Santa Anita Park. Post time for the first race is in 57 minutes. At 12:30. At this time, we go back to Quigley's Corner. Tom's special guest today, Seminar Skip Pairing.
Welcome back. We're talking to Seminar Skip. We're going to have him walk us through the 9-race card. Before we do that, though, Skip, a question for you. You're part of a very important radio show here, broadcast in Southern California as well as around the world on the internet. It broadcasts every Saturday from 8 to 9 a.m. locally here on AM 830. But talk to us about the name of the show, some of the guests you have, and some of your other partners in crime.
You know, it's a great show. We've been doing it for about 5 years. We actually took it over for Roger Stein. Once he couldn't do it, we started taking it over. I do it with Chappie and Bandstand Hal. It's called the Morning Line Sports Show. We have a great time doing it. We try to be light with things and have a good time, tease each other, but we take it very serious with our picks and with our guests, and we have a great time doing it. It's Saturday mornings from 8 to 9 on AM 830.
Now, I know the race and sports book director at Mandalay Bay is a proficient NFL selector. I know that Jeff Chapman, who you affectionately referred to as Chappie, speaks highly of his NFL selections. Talk to us about, he's a regular guest, and what's his name, and what does he do?
Yeah, he's the head guy at the race and sports book management over at Mandalay Bay. His name's Mike Peranio. He does a great job. He's a very good handicapper. He knows what he's doing. He's had a tough year, but it's been a tough year the last couple of years with COVID, and you don't know who's playing and who's got to sit out. So he's great, and he treats everybody great. I highly recommend everybody to go to the Mandalay Bay and go see Mike.
And you've also had Eddie Olczyk, of course, from NHL fame as a guest as well. So it's a wide variety of guests. You can hear it locally in Southern California, AM 830, but also, of course, you can Google it and listen to it anywhere around the world on the internet live as well. All right, Skip, enough commercial time. Let's get to the action at hand, which is trying to pick some winners on today's 9-race card. And we kick things off, sprinting 6.5 furlongs on the turf course. This would be on the flat turf course. Maiden special weight 3-year-olds. The rails today are at 20 feet. And, of course, race number 1 begins Skip's favorite wager, which is the 50-cent early pick 5 with the load takeout. One jockey change on the favorite, number 2, Mo Gold, who was 6-5 on the morning line and is now 3-5 on the board. Ridden by Flavian Pratt, trained by Jeff Bondi, who's looking for career win number 1900. Before we get your selection in the race, what I wanted to do, Skip, is show the entire replay of Mo Gold's debut effort back on January 9th. The reason being, he had some trouble at the start while breaking from the rail, but also the winner of that race is also going to be running in the last race today, which goes as the Baffle Stakes. So we'll be able to look at both Shut Up Michael as well as Mo Gold in this replay of the third race on January 9th.
Waiting on Tuskegee Cat. And they're off. Riviera Champ flies out of the gate to take command at once. Here's Mo Gold coming through on the inside to challenge for the early lead, and Wall Street Trader is just behind them in third as Mo Gold takes over down the backstretch. Shut Up Michael is in fourth, about 3 off the lead. The 2 trailers, Koh Samui and Tuskegee Cat at the back. It's Mo Gold hustled up into the far turn by a half length. Riviera Champ keeps him company in second, a length and a half. Wall Street Trader is in third. Shut Up Michael is in fourth. Koh Samui loses a touch of ground now, 5 lengths off the lead. 3 in front of Tuskegee Cat midway on the far turn, and Mo Gold shakes loose by 2. Shut Up Michael comes off the rail. He's had a good trip, taking second. Riviera Champ steadies while weakening. On the outside is Wall Street Trader, and down at the rail, Koh Samui. They're in the final furlong, and it's Mo Gold versus Shut Up Michael. Mo Gold 3/4. Shut Up Michael right to him.